Welcome back to the We Run With It podcast. I'm here joined again by my good friend Chris Monsini. We said we were going to do a recap after his 50K like a month and a half ago at this point, maybe 2 months ago.
Our 50K. You're supposed to do that.
I was supposed to do it too. Our 50K. Yeah. You're right. Stand corrected. We did not get to that. Schedules didn't align. However, I got something better for you because Mr. Monsini did a 50-mile race yesterday. So we're going to go over that, and he's going to let us rip through it. So how you doing today, Chris?
I'm hurting. I'm hurting. You saw me moving, dude. I feel like the Tin Man today.
Yeah, we were talking about that, the 50. We've each done a couple 50Ks and then a 50-miler. So once you get to that distance, it's another level.
Yeah,
but anyways.
Total different animal, dude.
Yeah, Chris has he's dropping wisdom today on us. He wants to go over what his mindset was yesterday, the transformation yesterday on the ultra race, I guess you could call it.
Oh, yeah.
And, so I guess what we're going to talk about is how his day went yesterday, and then we'll transition into a few other things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So bring us through what time did you start yesterday morning?
All right. Yeah, 5 a.m. start time. It was out in Ipswich, which is about an hour ride. So had to get there for like 4:30. So was up at 2:45. Had my stuff packed and ready to go the day before. Left the house around 3:15. Got there, checked in, got my bib, got my stuff set up, and pre-race meeting, and kicked off at 5 a.m. So yeah. Nice early start.
Hell yeah, that's the ultra world.
Yeah.
What was your mindset like going into the race?
Little different mindset, dude. So this one was very, very different for me on many levels. Mindset going in was quite different than it's been before. I wasn't worried. I was a bit concerned because I really. Truth be told, I had no business doing this race. I've done, like you said, I did a couple 50Ks, one of them being this past September. A week later, I did that Ragnar race, the relay race with that group of guys, awesome guys. That was fun. And then, dude, I really haven't done anything since then. I really haven't been training the way I normally would, and this came up. And it was a really last-minute decision, and I just went for it. So, yeah, total different mindset going into it. You want me to just get right into it, dude? I'm gonna I'll tell you all about it.
Get right into it.
So I'm going to go a few different places with it, and might be a little bit out of my character talking about this stuff because it's, you know me, and it's whatever. I'll just get into it. So we talked a little bit. We ran a week ago. So yeah. Something like that. We did a little run. Kind of was opening up to you about my mindset, where I've been at lately. This past month has been like a real tough month for me. Not to sit here and sound like a victim, but I've been struggling. Like I got a lot going on, running a business, got a family, wife, pulled in a million different directions, and trying to find that balance, which there is no balance, but trying to find some sort of balance has been tough, and I've felt it. And I think I said this to you when we were running, but like on all those fronts, right, I started to feel like I was failing, right? Failing as a business owner, failing as a leader, failing as a husband, as a father, because not able to put 100% into any one of those things, right? Even myself, like taking care of myself, doing what I know I need to do for me, and I just haven't been doing that, and I've been feeling it. So when I saw this race, I texted you guys about it. I just said, you know what? I think I just need to get out there and do something that I know I can do and I know how to do, right? Which is just get out there and grind. So that was why I registered for it. So getting right into it, we kicked off at 5 a.m. Felt pretty good. Hit like mile 11, and I started feeling it. Like my feet my knees. You know the whole history with my knees and all that. I was hurting already at mile 11, and I just whatever, you just keep going, you push through, see how we'll do. This is 4 12.5-mile loops to make the 50 miles, right? So Megan, my wife, texts me at mile 18. She said, mile check. And I said 18, and I want to quit, because that was my mentality right then. And she said 2 words. She said, "You'd never," right? And that kind of fucked with me a little bit, because she's right. I knew I wasn't going to quit. This is not my nature to quit. But it started to play mind games with me, because, like, I wanted a way out, right? I really genuinely wanted to be done. I was hurting. I'm like, there's no way I'm finishing this thing, So I started to go into this weird place mentally, like, not like a victim mentality, but almost like why am I doing this? I was pissed. I was really, really, like, I was mad. I was very upset with myself. I'm like, why did you do this? Like, why would you sign up for this? You're not ready for this. But I knew I wouldn't quit, and that pissed me off even more, because it's like, why can't you just quit? Like, just stop, right? I had a million reasons why I could, physically and all that stuff. So anyway, I know I'm bouncing around, but she sent me some videos, like the kids, giving me kind of little pep talks and stuff like that. That was huge. That helped a lot. And but as the race went on, dude, I was almost in a bad place. And I'm gonna go like a little spiritual journey here with you. I'm not a religious guy. I'm nothing like that. But I had legitimately a full spiritual experience. Like, I was in such a bad mindset. I'm like saying, I was literally praying for a way out. Like, literally, give me a reason, give me a way out. I was like wishing bad things. I'm like, can I just roll my ankle and break my shit? Like, bone pulling through the skin. Yeah. Like something catastrophic. Put like a popped Achilles or something, or it was really windy, and I'm like, just let a tree come down and take me out. No, I'm not joking.
Something that it's like, all right, dude, he had an excuse.
Something where
you got hit by a tree,
out of my control. You know what I mean? Like, I was wishing bad things, as a way out. I was like praying for Megan to call me and be like, just quit. Just stop. You know what I mean? So fast forward, I'm on lap 3, and the cutoff was for lap 3, right? You had to be done with your third lap within 10 hours. And at this rate, I was like doing the math, and I'm like, I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to make the cutoff. I was moving slow. I was hurting bad. And I'm like moving at a 20-minute pace, trying to just hike, do what I can. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it. So I started to kind of like accept that. I'm like, all right, you're not going to make the cutoff. Maybe that's my out. Maybe that's my way. So in my head, I'm kind of going through, well, I went 1.5 miles off track earlier on in the race. So at the end of 3 laps, I'll be like 39 miles. I'm like, maybe I'll just do like an extra mile in the field, make it 40, have something to stand on, tell everybody, hey, not that I quit, I didn't make the cutoff, but I still did 40 miles. And again, with the negativity, I'm like, here I am coming out here because of where I've been at mentally. And now I can't even do this, So there I go again, being negative and feeling like I'm failing in all these other areas, and now I'm going to fail at the one thing that I thought I knew I could do. You know what I mean? And then, dude, like around 4 miles left in this lap, these two guys rolled up behind me, moving, right? And you know how it is with ultras. You're passing people, there's small talk and all that stuff. This was totally different, dude. This one guy looked at me like he knew me, like no joke. And he's like, hey, what's up? You good? And I was like, no, I'm not good, man. He's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I'm hurting. I'm in rough shape and I'm not going to make the cutoff. And he's like, yeah, you are. Yeah. He's like, let's go, dude. You're with us. Let's go. We're going to make it.
Awesome.
And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm moving slow. You know, we got 4 miles left. He's like, listen, let's go. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I start moving with these guys, jogging it out. And then we get down to like 2 miles left. And like something came over me, man. I don't even know what it was. Next thing you know, we bang out these last 2 miles at like a 12-minute pace, which sounds slow, but in the ultra world, especially at that
trail
point
running, that's like a 9-minute pace on the road, I feel like.
And we banged these miles out, and we got in and made the cutoff with 4 minutes to spare. And I'm like,
damn, dude.
All right. I'm like, so here we go. So I fuel up. I get my, I re-up on my stuff, water, electrolytes, get some snacks. And at that point, you just have to finish now. It doesn't matter how long it takes for the last lap. So I went back out there and I got it done. 14 hours and 21 minutes. I finished dead last out of everybody that finished, right? There were 94 people registered for the race. Only 41 finished. I was number 41.
Damn, that's a huge dropout.
Yeah. Well, 25 didn't show, and then 28 didn't finish.
Yeah, that's still a lot.
So yeah. But going down that spiritual route, like I said, like, dude, I was in a bad way, and I'm praying the whole time for a way out. Give me a way out. Like, I need a way out, right? Even to the point, like I said, where like I was wishing something bad to happen to me. And call it what you want, man. The universe, God, whatever. But like, I genuinely believe those guys rolling up and that interaction that I had, that was a shift for me. That was God, the universe, whatever you wanna say.
I always say
he said I'm not giving you. We back?
Yeah, go ahead.
All good?
All good.
All right.
Sorry about that, ladies and gents. My computer froze for a second. I thought we just lost it. That was the worst timing.
Yeah, right. No, but like I was saying, that was God telling me, you're not getting a way out. You're not getting what you want. I'm praying for an out, and he gave me a way through, right? He said, I'm giving you what you need, not what you want. Not a way out, a way through. And it shifted everything for me, dude. Like, not to be weird, but like, I got emotional, man. I was emotional out there, and that was a complete mind shift for me. I genuinely believe that. It's like nothing I can explain, like that experience. And then especially with, like I said, where I started, everything that I've been going through, everything that I've been feeling, it was just a huge shift, a huge transformation, a huge victory for me. And then getting that last place, like I'm pumped about that, dude.
Hell yeah!
They gave me like a little award for last place.
That's great.
DFL award, he calls it. He's like, I give out the last place award every race. It's DFL, dead fucking last. I was like, dude, that's awesome.
I love that guy. That's great.
And then, so to take it one step further, right? I'm on my way home, and I was talking to Tony, and I told him about this. And later on, I got home, I showered, and he was asking for like the results. He was wondering. So I sent him over a link with the results, right? And it says on there, it shows, I finished 41st place. And he was like, dude, what did he say? He's like, you want to know something even stranger? Not to get weird, you finished 41st, and look at what number 41 signifies. And he sends me this link. And it just says basically symbolic meaning is a breakthrough. 41 often marks the moment when the struggle or trial ends and a new reality begins. Right?
Hell yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. It was something else, dude. I can't even begin to like express what I went through out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I think that's the thing that draws people into ultras, to be honest with you. I mean, we've talked about it's nothing like, it's kind of the point I've been at the past like year or two, really, like rebuilding. Was I've done a 50 mile, and then I tried for the 100 and made it like 60, and then injuries, whatever. I had to rebuild myself, and it's like my mindset now is so different than the unknown, because it's almost like the like when you don't know any better going in, and then when you start to go through those struggles, you're like, oh shit, this is what I know what that race is going to be like now. And I got to be, it's not even as much of a physical thing as it is a mental thing.
Yeah.
And it's like when you can run a half marathon, that marathon seems far away, but then you run a marathon, you're like, oh, what's a 50K? Yeah. But then that 50K to 50 miler, that is just such a big difference when your body's not used to it.
Yeah.
And you go through a lot in that. My 50-mile race was relative in the sense of like the mind. I felt good that day. I wasn't struggling, but it was like it's weird to say. You go through, like, did you have music on?
No, so I didn't have any music on, but until the last lap. So my last lap, I was kind of like, I felt light. I felt lighter, even though I wasn't moving well. I was moving relatively slow. At that point, I was like, okay, if I can like hike / jog / trot, like whatever you can do at that point. But I'm like, if I can maintain like an 18-minute pace, then I'll be done with this lap around like 4 hours or so. So that was kind of my goal. I think overall I was like a 16, 17-minute pace. Yeah. But anyway, I'm veering off track. So I felt lighter after making the cutoff. So when I got back out there, a few miles in, I'm like, you know what it's like out there. You're alone. It's woods. It's awesome. But I'm like, I'm throwing on a little bit of music. So I had my phone.
Yeah.
I just put on some music.
That's why I was wondering, because it's like that helps you get through sometimes. You
Absolutely.
Know what I mean? But it is like that whole, so you did 37.5 miles, just raw dog is what I call it.
Yeah.
Just raw dogging it. And it's like, that's when you learn so much. I think that's what I get, what I got addicted to with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll probably get back in the ultra game again soon, but it's like that. You learn a lot about yourself.
100%.
And like, people talk about it. It's like you learn more about yourself in a 50-mile day, or whatever, an ultra race, any distance really, than you do in like 6 months of just like going through the motions of daily life.
I would even say longer, dude. I'd say 5 years.
Yeah.
I probably learned more about myself each time I get out there.
And I think it goes with like everything that we talked about, or everything that you just talked about, but me and you talked about on a run last weekend that you were going through. It was like those people pulling up on you was almost like the conversation you had with your coworker, or the kid that works with you, right, for your company. And it's like you're the type of person who can just grind themselves into the ground And it's something that like we like about ourselves. You know what I mean? We know we're good at that.
Yeah.
And we forget that in order to be strong, you have to iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Like you're not. You can only get so far alone.
Oh yeah.
And it's like that. Just between those two things happening in such a short time frame.
Yeah.
It just solidifies that fact is like, as strong as you think you are, you're gonna need something at some point. Like you can't do everything on your own as much as we want to.
Yeah. No, 100%, dude. And that's another whole nother thing I didn't really even get into, but like, you being out there, like I said, Megan sent me videos, right? It's my kids one at a time. Like, hey dad, good luck. Like thinking about you, don't quit. You know what I mean? You always tell us don't quit. You'll be so disappointed if you do, Meg's mom, my mother-in-law sent me a video. She sent me a video from her, like, you, Tony, RJ, just hearing from you guys and the support from everybody. It's like, man, dude, I got so much. Not that I didn't know this before. This might sound wrong, but like,
no, I
got so much, so many people in my life, and so much to be grateful for, and so much positivity. Like, it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not ashamed to admit, like, it made me emotional, dude. Like, I was out there, I watched those videos from my kids and stuff, and like, dude, I had tears coming down my face.
It is wild.
As I'm just hiking through the woods. Like,
yeah.
I probably look like a psychopath.
Because if you told me and you that in our early 20s we'd be crying in the middle of the woods running, we'd be like, dude, you are gay.
Exactly. At one point, like, the checkpoints, they have all sorts of stuff, like, for you, food and stuff. At one point, I love junk food, right? But I'm really good when it comes to those races. Like, I don't want to do anything that I feel like is going to put me at a detriment. So I just steer clear of all that. I'll eat like bananas, watermelon. I'm eating good stuff. I don't divulge in the candy and all that shit that they have. But like,
you're better than me.
Out of desperation, at one of the checkpoints, I grabbed a bag of M&Ms, and so at one point I had to slow down and chill a little bit, and I watched the video from my daughter Josephine, and I'm like crunching on M&Ms, crying, walking through the woods.
Great,
like,
dude.
I was just like, oh my God, I look like a psychopath probably. Crazy, but
yeah. No, it is. I mean, that's what We Run With It's about.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
It's like those two guys pulling up on you and pulling you through is like, again, like you said, creator, God, whatever. I kind of I've been getting, like, as I call yuppie-ish as I'm getting older too. Like, I don't mainly say God a lot, but like your source, whatever your energy source is, is like, I'm not struggling. I'm discovering what I believe in, I guess, in life, or what I feel hits home for me. And it's like, it always comes back to what goes around comes around. You know what I mean? Like, how much you've given so many people that energy. Like, that's so many people that push, CrossFit coach, work, your business owner. Like, you always have this stoicism about you that's like, every guy comes to Chris. You know what I mean? Even for me, like, I'll forget to check in on you sometimes just because you're the guy that, you're my not one friend, but like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're that pretty much top guy where it's like, if shit's going down in my life, I'm like, yo, what's up? Because I know I can call you like 4 a.m. on my way to work or something, or going to run, Yep. And it's like, so you, it's tough for you to receive that.
Yeah.
And kind of like what we talked about on the run, like, we're good at the grind, we know it, and and we're realizing it now in life, it can be our detriment. Because we just keep grinding and grinding and grinding. We don't ask for help. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how, like, to me too, growing up, like, that's a sign of weakness, like asking another man for help. So it's just like, it goes back to that point where, I don't know, I mean, you put good stuff out there, good stuff's gonna come back. And I think that's what this weekend was resembled for you. you know?
Yeah, dude.
As much as you don't want to take praise or whatever you want to call it.
And I appreciate that, bro. I really do. And the feeling's mutual, dude. Like, there's a handful of guys that I lean on, and I obviously, and what I've learned is I don't lean on enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's weird for me. I don't like to talk about myself in that way. Like, but that was another thing, like another conclusion I came to out there. It's like, I got all these people looking up to me, as if you will, and I hate even saying that. Like, it sounds weird.
I know what
it sounds
you're saying,
egotistical. Like, I don't mean it that way, but like looking to me, and they're all like, dude, you got this. You know, you guys and my family, and I'm out there like, dude, if they only knew like how bad I want to quit.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
wild?
I can't. Like, how do I? Dude, when I left the house, right? I made my coffee and I wrote a little note to Meg and the kids, and I just said, like, because I also felt bad, right? I missed both my daughter's soccer games yesterday. That sucks. I love being there for them. So I wrote a note. I just said, like, I'm really sorry I'm not going to be here today to be with you guys. I'm going to miss you a lot. I said, one day I hope you realize, like, I do stuff like this for you, to show you that you can do anything, no matter how ridiculous it sounds to others. Right?
Yeah.
So that was in the back of my mind the whole day. Like, how do I go home and tell my kids I didn't finish the race?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Because I think, yeah. I mean, not to make it about me, but that's how that's kind of why I stepped back from the ultra game and, like, took care of myself. Because I'm like, if I just keep running myself into the ground, like, actually running into the ground and like working like a freak, it's like I had that, like, whatever you want to call it, moment of clarity too, where I'm like, if I just keep going like this, I'm just ruining my own body, and I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Like, what good? Like, yeah, from the outside looking in, like you said, you might be good at hiding it, or I think I'm good at hiding it, whatever. So people are like, oh yeah, look at what they're doing, but then you're miserable. So you're like, what am I actually achieving here?
Yeah.
And I think that's what this year has been for me, is like a total rebuild of, like, you are who you are because of the decisions you make, and it doesn't always have to be grinding your face into the ground.
Yeah.
You know? And it also goes to the point of, I explained this to someone last year too, about ultras is, and I don't know, maybe you have a different opinion than me on it, but I think, like, you got through that race yesterday from positive feedback. Like, you were going negative in your head for so long. Normally, me and you would get to the point where we're like, all right, I'm finishing this race because the wrench.
Yeah.
Because fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the, what was that movie?
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting, you know? Like, because it's a fuck you to everybody.
Yeah.
And not, I don't know how to explain that, but it's not an actual fuck you to, like, anybody in specific. It's just like, I'm doing this shit, I'm finishing, so fuck you.
It's a fuck you to everybody, but it's a fuck you to nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just made up fuck you, pretty much.
Exactly.
And it's like, it just goes to show, like, my theory over the past year has been, like, I get through so much more shit because I'm grateful, which is awesome that you just went through that whole clip of saying that. Like,
yeah,
I've gone through more ultras, and again, it sounds like cheesy. I never thought I'd be saying this shit, but being like, damn, I'm just grateful to be moving.
Yeah.
You know? Or, like, you run by somebody on the rail trail that's in a wheelchair, and it's like, not that you're putting them down, obviously, but it's like, oh, thank God I can run.
Yeah.
You know, and it's,
Yeah,
I mean, I know that might sound fucked up if someone's sitting in a wheelchair right now listening, but it's like, there's points and times in life where you're not able to do things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm granted this gift and I do it. And then you got people around you that are like, oh, hell yeah, they're doing this, they're doing that. You're inspiring people, you're teaching yourself. So it's just like the positivity aspect of it.
Yeah.
Has been a huge mental flip, and like, that's gonna get you through so much more than just keep the fuck you, honestly. To me, you know,
100%.
I think there's small moments where I utilize the fuck you now.
Yeah.
You know, like hard workouts.
It has utility.
Yeah, it has utility. Yeah,
definitely.
Like very specific moments, but it's not like a lasting. It can't be a lasting.
It's
feeling.
not sustainable.
No.
It's a short burn.
Yeah. I've burnt I hate burnout, but whatever. I don't know what else to say. It's like I've burnt myself out having that mentality of I don't give a shit to prove people wrong anymore. I really don't.
No.
I really did until probably like 2 years ago. So until I was like 29 years old, I was like, I'm proving everybody wrong. I don't even know who the hell really still cared about what I was doing.
Nobody.
Again, it was
Nobody
like the
cares.
fuck you to nobody. Like, I don't know who was even looking. They're paying attention. They're just like, why is he so mad? You know?
Like, bro, we don't.
No one hates you, dude. Well, I'm sure there's a couple people that hate me, but
right.
it's and then something flipped.
Yeah.
I can't remember a specific moment of where it flipped. It was kind of like a gradual, like I said, like what am I doing this for? And it was kind of like the same thing about We Run With It. Like I don't remember coming up with a name. I honestly don't. Like I changed my Instagram handle like 2 or 3 years ago before I even started the company to We Run With It. I still don't remember why.
Yeah.
I just remember getting into the ultra game. And a similar feeling came over where I'm like, there's something about the community.
Yeah.
And that's why I just said, instead of naming it Run With It or whatever, like it was We Run With It. And it was, I still don't know where it came. I wish I remember because I'm so stupid. You know what I mean? Like my block brain, I don't remember where it came from. I wish I did so it could be a cool story. But it was just like, again, like a gradual, like shit, this isn't about just me.
No.
You know? Like it's helped me out a shit ton. But the we aspect of it is what it's all about. And it's like, just like that. That's why I love the ultra game too, because if you were in a marathon and you were struggling in a road race, most people would have whizzed right by you. You know what I mean? They would have been like, nah, I'm trying to hit a certain time, bro. You're good. If you're going to drop, go ahead.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's cool about the ultra game. It's like more of like, it's more people just out there getting it.
Yeah.
You know, just getting after it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Man. Yeah. It was awesome, dude. It was like nothing I've ever done. I'll definitely do another one. I'll definitely do more. I mean, the goal, I don't know. The goals are always changing, but like 100-mile would be great, you know? And I just want to say that too. Like we're over here talking about a 50-mile race, right? Like, dude, there's no ego involved at all. And you know that.
Yeah.
But like, there's
from people
no
that
ego.
know you know that.
100%. There's no ego whatsoever. It's like I did 50 miles. There's guys out there doing 300-mile races.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like this isn't anything.
And they're twice, well, maybe not, like twice my age.
Yeah. Seriously.
I don't know if there's like 80-year-olds doing it, but there's 60-year-olds.
Yeah. Exactly. But for me, man, that was the pinnacle so far. It was just awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It was just really awesome.
Yeah.
But no, I think, and you didn't even ask, but I'm just saying it. Like, I think I got to take a step back now. You good?
Yeah. Yep. Good.
I got to take a step back now. Focus on like getting my body right. Some mobility, some recovery, like a lot of mobility, a lot of recovery.
Yeah, you definitely need. Yeah, you're at where I was last year.
Yeah,
when I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I can't go. I can't keep going at this rate. My body's gonna just pull apart like a guitar string.
Oh yeah, this year's been wild, man. I mean, for me, 250Ks, the Ragnar race. I did the 24-hour thing with Jay and RJ and you remotely.
Yeah. That was fun.
And then now this 50-mile, and it's like...
Yeah, you just sparked up this year.
This year, yeah, I went
because you've been running
for
like freaking 8 years, really consistently.
A lot, yeah.
Like a decent amount.
Yeah.
For like 8 years.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah. It goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Like you can't. It's like we were just actually before we went on. Like the 100-mile distance is a great distance because it's like you can't. As mentally tough as you think you are, if you've only ran 10 miles as your longest run in your life, like there's a 1% chance you're finishing a 100-mile race. Like you have to put in the work.
0.01%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to put in the work.
Exactly.
You can't cheat. You can't cheat that distance.
No. So yeah, I need to scale back, kind of start from scratch. Like that's kind of where I'm at mentally right now. Is like I want to get my body right. My knees, like, dude, I can't even squat right now. My knees are junk. But the few times where I do take it easy and focus on some sort of mobility and stuff, like, it gets better. So like I'm really gonna put a strong emphasis on recovery and mobility and try to build back the right way, not just like let's go.
Yeah,
20
I think
miles
it was
every day. Like
I'm kind of glad it happened because you were fighting me for that. You've been fighting me
You've
on
been
that all year.
Dude.
I've been saying, well, just because I did it. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought I was gonna take time off. Last fall I ran 5 miles a week.
Yeah,
I was going absolutely bonkers.
Yeah,
and I couldn't really do too much heavy, like lower body lifts. Like, it was like upper body in the gym and then a hike, and then I do legs once a week and just mobility every single day.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not our style.
No.
It's like, I want to go out, run 10 miles, and I want to hit the gym for an hour, and I want to be able to do that every single day.
Yep. 100%, dude. I've always been like, if I have an hour, right, I'm going to use that hour to put in work, hard-ass work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waste an hour to do mobility.
You're not wasting the first 10 minutes on mobility.
Right? I'm not wasting any of it on mobility. It's like, no, I only have this much time. I'm going to get after it. That's it, right? But in reality, like once again, that's not sustainable, right?
Yeah.
At least what we're doing is not sustainable.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you're, like you said too, you're running a business, you're out in the field, you've been working too. It's like that's kind of where I was at. Where I was like, what the fuck do I have to prove? If I can't, I think that was actually, now you say it, that was like half my battle too, was I was showing up to work. And I'm normally like climbing up and down the bucket truck, climbing a pole. Like, yeah, this is great. But I was showing up to work like, fuck, dude, I gotta climb up on the truck right now. Like, it was that bad. Yeah. I'm like struggling at my job, which I'm normally running around here like a freak, And it's felt so good this year for me, other than actually, I haven't, other than maybe after the 100 that I failed, and then I took a step back and reevaluated after that, but. I mean, other than that, I felt great all year. Just your typical soreness from training,
Yeah. That's
different,
huge,
different
man.
feeling. Different feeling.
It's so good to feel good.
Yeah.
I know that sounds ridiculous to say, but like truly feeling good.
Yeah.
It is. You can't put a value on that.
No, and I think that's kind of the message I've been trying to put out lately too. Is like, again, like, I still haven't even done 100. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's on my list too. I'm an average. You look at my times. I'm an average runner. You know what I mean? Halves, marathons, whatever. I'm not smoking anybody, and it's like, and there's still people that are looking at it like, oh, I wish I could do that. And in my head, I'm looking at people ahead of me like, oh, I wish I could do that. Mm. But at the same time, it's like I've come so, like, my first full marathon was 2.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I had to walk from mile like 22 to 24. Oh, yeah. And you were there with me, and I ran like a 4:17, and I was like ready to, I was, again, pissed at mile 22. I was like, why the fuck did I sign up for this? This is stupid, dude. I'm not meant to run this far. Yeah. And then you just get into it. But anyways, back to the point, like, for people starting off or for people earlier in the game now, that's like the message I'm putting out, because it's like we were there. Yeah. And even you're a great example. You've been running consistently longer than me. I took a large break in my mid-20s, so it's like 8 years, and you just did your first 8 years of consistency, and you just did your first 50-mile race. Yeah. And there's people that go on Instagram, see people running ultras, and just want to get into it, and they haven't ran maybe more than a mile or two in their life, and they're mad at themselves that they can't do it in the first year. Right. Yeah. And it's like you're just gonna get, like, again, it's like what you said today is perfect. Like, what am I doing it for? Mm-hmm. My family. All right. Well, you put in work leading up to this. Yeah. Like, you might not put in 50-mile work like we were talking about, but like, you've put in a lot of thousands of miles over the years. Yeah. And it's like that's the point, is like your kids and wife and me and people around you consistently see you putting in the work, and they know that it's taken that long to get to this point, and you still have moments like you did in your 50 where for like 20 fucking miles, which is a long time for people that don't know, to be a Debbie Downer on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, from the outside looking in, they might think like, oh, let's look at Chris. He's done this. He's done that. You know what I mean? He's got it all figured out. And you're in your head, you're like, dude, I fucking want to swan dive off the cliff right now.
Literally, there was a point where
can a boulder roll down and take me out?
A tree would fall and kill me. Just end it. Like, I'm not joking, and I feel bad saying that because obviously, like, that's not my mentality. I don't genuinely wish that, but like, dude, I want it out. I want it out bad. But I wasn't quitting. No, you know what I mean. And like I was mad at myself. I'm like, why do you have to be this way? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, why can't you like just quit? Yeah, just quit. Just tap out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, no, I'm like, dude, I made a decision. Like, they'll literally have to take me out in a body bag. Like, I'm not quitting. You know what I mean? Or I don't
something
make a cut.
Yeah.
And then again, even with the cut thing, like there was a whole other thing. Like, then I started to go into self-sabotage mode. I'm like, I genuinely was moving slow and I was hurting, but I'm like, I knew it was going to be close, right? At least in the beginning of that lap. And I'm like, if I just slow up, I won't make it. And then I'm like, you can't. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to put out what I have, right? And then, like I said, those guys rolled up and then we're down to like that 2 miles. Something hit me and it was like, you know what? If you're not going to make it, like if this is my last 2 miles, like why wouldn't you put it all out? Yeah, like make it worth it. You put it all out in the end, right? So I'm like,
that way you can at least leave there like, fuck, I didn't just purposely bail out of that.
Exactly.
And have that in the back of your
So
head.
I'm like, well, screw it. This might be my last 2 miles. Like, let's just go. Let's rip. And we did that. And sure enough, 4 minutes to spare.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That is such a close cut.
Awesome,
when you're talking about that far of a distance, like to be 4 minutes at mile 37 and a half.
You're talking 10 hours.
Dude, that's so close.
10 hours.
Yeah, that's so close. You know what I mean? And that's like, so many variables. Like seconds if you're talking about like a mile on the track. You know what I mean?
And there's like so many variables. Like coming in, you know what it's like on these, like you set up shop at the start line. And then, I got my bags there. I got all my nutrition, hydration, all my stuff. And like when you come through, you take a little bit of time. You eat some snacks. I changed my shoes. Like I started in my trail shoes. They were killing my feet. I changed out to road shoes.
If it's not wet, I just wear road shoes too.
Yeah. Well, my only concern was like the leaves. There was a lot of leaves.
Oh,
dude.
Good point. Yeah.
So, and especially starting at 5, it's pitch black. Your whole first lap
and it's slick on the ground because it's the temperature.
Yep. Yeah. It's cold. It's dark. Tons of leaves everywhere. So I'm like, I got to go out in the trail shoes, even though they hurt my feet. I just got to see what this trail is like. I got to navigate it the first lap, and we'll see how I'm feeling. And then, sure enough, I felt confident enough that like I'd be fine with my road shoes. Changed them out. Best decision I made all day.
Oh yeah.
But like the point I was making is like, you come in, you like I said, you kind of fuel up, you re-up on all your stuff. You might take 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like 8 to 10 minutes, you're there. Yeah. You change your shoes, whatever.
Yeah, like that cutoff time could be.
Right. Yeah. And then it's another thing I don't even know if I touched on. My first loop, all right, I went 1.5 miles off course. So the race director in the beginning of the race, they did a great job marking the trails also. But he's like, if you go like 2 minutes without seeing a pink ribbon, you're off course. Turn around, right? And at every intersection or every fork in the trail, they had signs everywhere. So I'm cruising. At this point, like I'm not really. There's people ahead, there's people behind, but no one really in my very close proximity. And I reach a fork, and I'm like, oh shit, there's no signs. And I'm like, oh God. And there's a guy up on the right, probably 50 yards ahead of me. He's walking a dog. And he's like, there's no markers up here. And I'm like, okay. He's like, honestly, I've been trying to stay out of you guys' way. He's like, I think you're off course. I haven't seen anything. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, thanks. So I turned around. I just headed back in the direction that I came, and sure enough, we're on a nice open, wide stretch, and there was a left-hand turn with a sign there, like you're talking about yard signs, that like just jutted out on this little narrow path going uphill. And I must have looked down. I might have glanced at my watch. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
sometimes you're just in the zone.
I cruised right past that sign, and I went about 3/4 of a mile before I hit that fork. So that put me back like a mile and a half. So those things are playing in my head with that whole cutoff time. I'm like, dude, if I didn't take
that's like
so long at the
a mile and a half at the pace you were going, that's 20 minutes.
I'm like, if I didn't go off track, if I didn't take as long at the break area, like all these factors, and then it all comes down to 4 minutes. It's cool.
That is sick though.
It was cool.
And the DFL.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I fucking love that they did that.
Oh yeah, man.
We
it's
might
not
have to steal
it's
that.
not a DNF.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's a DFL, and I'll take that all day.
Yeah,
man.
You finished, brother.
That's it.
That's awesome.
That's it. I did not want those 3 letters, DNF. I didn't.
Yeah,
I got the other 3, which way better.
Yeah.
So,
dude.
Yeah, man.
What else? You got anything else you want to touch upon on that one?
I mean, dude, we could probably talk for hours.
We probably
to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
we'll save it. We'll keep it. We'll be better.
We'll keep
at
running
podcasting.
We'll keep running with it. We say that, and then
and then
2 months.
Every time we say that, it's like a year later.
I know.
But no, we'll get another one in soon.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy. Well, I knew you were gonna finish, but I knew you were gonna finish after I talked to you at mile 22. It was the first time in my life I was unsure that Chris was gonna finish something because you were not you were not in good spirits.
No.
I think I was trying to lighten your mood, and it didn't even. You were like, dude, I'm fucking hurting. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that's what it's all about. And you're like, no, like I'm hurting, and I was like, that's what it's all about. And you're like, nah. And I'm like, all right, this is nothing I say right now is gonna matter, dude.
and I love the light, like I do appreciate you, man. Seriously, I know I say it, but I'm gonna double down on it. Like, I love the mentality. Like, you're like, I'm telling you how bad I'm hurting at mile 22. You're like, yeah, that's not good on a 50. Like it's, and I'm like, yeah, no shit, Tim, it's not good. You're like, that's
sometimes my honesty is not.
You're like, yeah, that's pretty early on to be hurting that bad. You got a long way to go. And I'm like, Yup, I do.
Laughing at.
I do.
You like I'm reflecting back on myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm laughing. I'm not even laughing at you. You know what I mean? Like I know the feeling of like being in that zone and you're so fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
And you're like when after like now you're gonna look back and laugh at that moment like, oh my god, like I was down and out, but I did it. 100%. And it's like funny, like you're in the moment you're so fucking pissed off that any positivity you're just like, dude, shut up.
No, I wasn't even like that. I'm just like, I know, I appreciate that honesty. It's like what I don't like is like, the false, the fake shit, which nobody in our circle is like that.
No.
But it's like, no, man, you gotta like no, I don't need you to sit there and like try and fluff me up. Like don't bullshit me.
We don't need motivation.
I'm hurting. I just need you to be there and know that I'm hurting and like acknowledge it. And you did that. You're like, yeah, that sucks. Like, dude, you got a long day. You got a long day ahead of you. And I'm like, yep. Oh man, you're right.
Yeah.
Just keep it real.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it, man.
Yeah. I mean, they are. They're raw. They're real.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
But I mean, you push through it, and it's like that is what they're all about, man. 100%.
I've said it before with the 50Ks and stuff, and I don't take anything away from those races I've done. Each one is so different and so eye-opening. It's so transformative. So I don't take anything away from any other races I've done, but this just really upped the ante.
Yeah, it's one where you like. Yeah, like you said, your mindset going in was like, oh, I'm going to do something where I know I'm going to struggle like hell, but like I'm going to make it through and like that was like your chosen suffering.
Yeah.
That's what races are of that distance plus when you're not used to them, you know what I mean? Whereas like, yeah, I mean, I did a podcast episode on that, like the difference between a 5K, a half, a marathon. Like certain marathons are just chill. Certain marathons, like Providence, you show up, there's thousands of people.
Yeah.
It's like you feel like you're at a party. You don't feel like you're at a race. Music is playing. Like that's that's a whole other energy in itself.
Totally.
You show up to a 50K, some of them are like 10 people eating peanut butter sandwiches, and some of them are 100 people, and it's a lot more competitive. You know, like you just never really know what you're getting. But like the higher up you go, the more chosen suffering. Obviously, that's really all it is. You know, like
for sure.
Like the road races are just like I love like I said, they're just different. Like I love them because the energy is like high. You just get to you don't got to worry about rolling your ankle.
Yep.
You don't got to worry about certain things. It's just like I am here to let it fucking rip.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like the only thing taking me out is my hamstring or something. You know what I mean? Right. Whereas an ultra is like, shit, dude. Like you can't train 50-mile days because you got to work. So like you actually don't like in your head I'm tough enough to do this or whatever. But you don't actually know because it's too far to train for. You know what I mean? Like you just have to put in long miles, do this, do that, and be like, all right, dude, I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just different in that sense. You can't train long enough for it.
And there's so many variables, like we talked about, the weather, the terrain, dehydration. I mean, which is obviously a factor in any race, but like you know. So many factors like that. Yeah. Rocks, roots.
Yeah, like you said, fueling up. Like most people start ultras and don't know how to fuel. You know what I mean? You're right. Like a half marathon, no matter if you're walking, like you're not gonna burn enough calories to like to shut your body down. Whereas if you don't eat right in a 50-100 mile race, like something's going wrong.
It's going
with your stomach.
Wrong.
Yeah.
No question.
So it's just different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I'm glad you finished. I'm glad you had the experience you did. I'm glad those two guys came.
Bud.
That's awesome, dude.
Dude,
like
it was crazy. I'm telling you, that was my sign. That was I was begging for an out, and instead I was begging for a way out, and instead he gave me a way through.
The only way is through.
That's it, bro.
That's a good way to end it right there.
Hell yeah.
I love that. But
hell yeah.
Yeah, anyways, congrats.
Thanks,
on the
bud.
50.
Appreciate you, man.
We'll be back. Haven't decided on what our topic we'll talk about next time, but we'll cook something up for you guys. We still got to go over Chris's Ragnar and
the
50K
Ragnar,
that I didn't.
50K, High Rocks, your own self-induced 50K.
Oh yeah, you got High Rocks too. I forgot about that. Yeah, so we'll do a whole other episode on that.
We'll hit all that.
Yeah, and I'm back in action now, so we're all good.
All right, bud.
We're all good to go. All right, brother.
All right,
you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, bud.
Peace. We're out. Go run with it.